going on YouTube? It's man, Boys for Life, coming at you with another video. Now, I'm putting this video out finally because I finally got time. I've been at work every day since last Saturday except for Tuesday and New Year's Eve. Finally got time and finally off. Even though the game was this past Sunday, I watched a little bit of it. Mainly when I got to work, I watched it on my phone. I was asleep. I didn't see the Carson Wentz hit. And the only reason why I'm putting this video out is because I was talking or here and there, like, you know, just typing in Philly 500's live stream. And I was saying, because I didn't see it in live action, I had to go back onto YouTube, look at it, saw it in real time, and then I saw it in slow motion. And initially, I was like, he hit him in the back. He didn't hit him in the head. What are y'all talking about? Because it happened so quick. Then I watched it in slow motion. I thought, oh, okay, there he hit him in the head. Okay, but if you look at it, and this is just me looking at it, we're going to look at the Carson Wentz video at the very end. But if you look at it, Jadeveon Clowney is throwing his shoulder into Carson Wentz's back. And yes, his head went into his helmet went into Carson Wentz's helmet, but I don't think it was intentional. Yes, you're trying to hit the guy as hard as you can to knock him out of the game. That's the name of the game. Like all these dudes on that are on YouTube and that are, you know, the talking heads and all this other crap. People that say, "Oh, I don't want to see anybody get hurt." No, you say that, but you hope he gets hurt because that's the best player on their team. Now I'm not saying I hope Carson Wentz gets hurt just because, you know, whatever. And I'm not saying that it was a legal hit because he plays for the Eagles and I want to see the Eagles lose. No. We're going to take a look at a couple of videos. Okay, this first clip that we're going to watch is pretty much the same thing. Dak Prescott pretty much did the same thing that Carson Wentz did. Carson Wentz threw himself, giving himself up. To me, when you throw yourself forward, you know, dive head first, that's not giving yourself up because you're still reaching. You still can reach to get that first down or get that extra yardage. Now, if he would have slid feet first, that's giving yourself up. And if Jadeveon Clowney would have came and hit him the way he did with Carson Wentz sliding feet first, then I would have called it a dirty play. Then I would have been like, where's the flag? That's, you know, I would have been pissed and be like, dude, you're giving the Eagles, you know, yardage, whatever. But let's look at Dak Prescott right here. Dak Prescott is running and dives forward. And the Redskins defender straight up shoulder to the helmet. There was no shoulder to the back, helmet to helmet. No, this dude straight up, I don't want to say launched himself, but just threw his shoulder into Dak Prescott's head. And there was no penalty. And Dak Prescott still got up and continued the game. Take a look. There was no flag there. There was no flag, no nothing. And Dak Prescott still got up and continued the game. Still got up and continued the game. Now, I mean, if that's a clean hit and it's not, you clearly saw the guy's shoulder go into Dak Prescott's head. Unlike Clowney, where the shoulder, Philly 500, went into his back. And that's just me looking at it, not being objective or anything. That's just, I see the shoulder going into the back and the helmet of Clowney hitting Carson Wentz. And it was such a violent hit on the back. And yes, the helmet's hit that he threw himself harder to the ground, head hitting the ground, and that's why he was all concussed. But let's take a look at this next one. This next one, Dak Prescott is actually sliding, giving himself up, and yet another headshot. No flag, no anything, and it was another Washington game, and it's a different Washington game because they're wearing different uniforms. There was no flag, Dak Prescott got up and continued the game. Look. Now, let's take a look at the Carson Wentz video. Now, as you can see, Carson Wentz is diving, not giving himself up, and Clowney hits him in the back. Helmet hits him in the head. Clean hit to me, man. Again, hit him in the shoulder. Helmet's hit. It was such a violent hit. Head hit the ground, and that's why he got concussed. Not because the helmet's hit. Now, what I meant to say was Clowney's shoulder went into Carson Wentz's back, and that's why it was such a violent hit. It threw him to the ground with more force, and his head hit the ground and got concussed. Not the helmet-to-helmet hit. That was, to me, that was insignificant. The bigger hit was the shoulder to the back, forcing Carson Wentz to slam his face into the ground harder than what it should have. Because if it wasn't such a violent hit to the back, I don't think Carson Wentz would have been taken out. But that's just me. Again, this Philly 500, this isn't an attack on you. This isn't an attack on Eagle fans or anything like that. But Carson Wentz was diving forward, and Jadeveon Clowney was doing, like Nitro Freak said in the live stream yesterday that you were with, because I saw some of it. You didn't disagree with him there. At least I didn't see it. I didn't see you disagree with him. Jadeveon Clowney made a football play. Tackled Carson Wentz as if he was a running back, because we see these kind of hits on running backs, on wide receivers, on tight ends, on corners that make interceptions that try to take it back, linebackers that do the same thing. We see those kind of hits often. And I get it. It's your quarterback. You're going to be upset. But come on. We see these kind of hits all the time. Whether his position is quarterback, but what he is doing is becoming a running back at that time. A runner. Not a running back. He's becoming a runner. So that's why, to me, it was a clean hit. But we can agree to disagree. I always love your shit, man. One of the better Eagles YouTubers out there. One of my favorite to watch. Have a good day. I'm out. Peace.